Hey guys, my name is Heitor and this is a brand new channel I'm creating called The Ultimate Elvis Guitar. I've worked with Elvis tribute artists for all my life, but for the past 6 years I've been touring consistently with a lot of the ultimate Elvis tribute artists like Sean Clush, Cody Slaughter, Dean Z, and a few others. So if you're thinking about playing with an ETA, which stands for Elvis tribute artist, or you're just interested in the techniques and all that stuff, I hope that my channel will give you some insight on that. So subscribe, and any questions that you have, there's an email below in the description. Just shoot me an email and I'll try to get to you as fast as I can. To start this channel, I chose 5 solos from the song that Elvis used to open his show in the 70s. The song was added to the set in 1970 on the January-February season, and it was not an opener yet, it was in the middle of the set. I picked the most known version from that season, which was the one released on the album On Stage. So for being a new song in the set, you will hear a lot of differences if you get a bootleg from the dinner show to the midnight show. Even then you're gonna see a lot of changes happening. He was a lot more present rhythmically than other seasons. So basically, like the vamp itself, you know, on the opening of the song where he goes, it's a lot different from the usual. Also, another difference is in the mid section of the song, where in 70 he used to go instead of the usual. So this is the Sissy Rider solo from an On Stage album. So this solo is actually one of my favorites, just because you can clearly see the transition from the licks that he's playing. You can hear some stuff from 1970, but also you can hear him developing stuff that would come up just later in 72 as well, and would stay into 77. So this is the Sissy Rider solo from January-February season 1972, which is in the bootleg opening night. Documentary has some great guitar work in it. Every musician on stage is going nuts, including Ronnie Tutt too. The Ronnie Tutt was an animal on that tour. And it's a very requested solo when you're working with ETAs. Since Buffalo, the opening night on April tour, until San Antonio, the closing night of that April tour, the solo basically is the same. The version I picked is the Hampton Road show, which was the one used for the movie, for the documentary. After the April tour, you have the June tour, which was back to That's Alright Mama as an opener, and then of course the Summer Festival in 72 started, which brought back Sissy Rider as an opener. So from that August Summer Festival to the November tour in 72, until 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, I mean, he kept his solo pretty standard. Basically the rest of the solo just followed the standard format that he used during the Aloha show. So the next solo, of course, is the one that you're going to use the most when you're performing with the ETAs, which is the Aloha version. I picked the rehearsal version instead of the Aloha one, which was just 2 days before. There's no big changes from one solo to another, I just like the rehearsal show better, to be honest. This is the Aloha version of the CC Rider solo. So as I mentioned before, he kept the solos pretty standard. One tour or another one he would switch something. Just little changes that if you're gonna be really picky about it, you gotta just, you know, go into the bootleg world. But talking about official releases, the solo was pretty much standard except this one. So I think that the TCB band knew that they were gonna have an album released by then. Every band member kind of played harder a notch than usual. The March Tour 74 was a really great tour, and there's a lot of cool stuff that he did on the solo. But besides this tour again, just, you know, a few shows in 76 and a few shows, like really a handful of shows, 75 had a change in the CC Rider solo. 77 was basically the same until the last show. The last show did have some open string licks and stuff like that going on the CC Rider solo. But since I can't put every CC Rider solo in a video. So if you have a solo from 74 up that you really enjoy and you really think there's a lick over there that you can't work past it, or you can't hear what James is doing, just shoot me an email. Again, in the description there's an email. So here is a CC Rider solo recorded in Memphis in 74, which was released by RCA in an album as well. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and just use the comments below. I'm not sure what's the next song that I'm gonna do, the Through the Ears section, or songs that I'm just gonna do a tutorial or anything, so just leave the comments below and we'll work it out.